Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of Your Daily Local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Do you know an athlete who goes above and beyond in competition in their life? One who shows sportsmanship, compassion for others? The Brooks Huar Lebeter Sportsperson of the Year Award is made for them. The Brooks Huar Lebeter Sportsperson of the Year Award is for a high school athlete who has competed in at least one full season in either District 9 or District 10, and who displays the qualities of being a good person, leader, community-minded, and wanting to make a difference. To donate to the scholarship fund or to find out more about the award, go to yourdailylocal.com/BHL award.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School Softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 Sports.com. Chris Rossetti here from Heindel Field in DuBois as the DuBois Central Catholic Lady Cardinals put their 12-0 perfect mark on the line against the 5-7 State College Lady Lions. Matchup of a single-A team in DCC and a 6A team in State College. Don't be fooled by State College's record. Plays a very difficult schedule. The Lady Lions are coming off of a 2-1 loss to Chambersburg last Wednesday. They last won a week ago Monday, 15-5 in 5 innings over Mifflin County. In that Chambersburg game, Addie Harpster went 6 innings, gave up 2 unearned runs on 5 hits, 2 walks while striking out 6. Tori Kroboth was 2 for 3 in the game. For DCC, they last played a week ago Tuesday, so 8 days ago, a 14-5 win at Johnsonburg on the road. The last regular season loss for the Lady Cardinals was in the City Classic right here at Heindel Field almost 1 year ago. They've won 14 regular season games in a row. Let's take a look at our lineup first for the visiting team, the State College Lady Lions. They'll lead off with their shortstop, Jess Hawbaker. Batting second and at third base, Sydney Wells. Batting third, doing the pitching, Addie Harpster. Batting fourth and in center field, Tori Kroboth. Batting fifth and doing the catching, the senior headed to Swarthmore to play softball, Ava Babcock. Batting sixth and in right field, Gabby Todd. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 29, Brooke Weaver. Batting eighth and at second base, Meredith Mings. And batting ninth and in left field, Gabby McIntosh. So it's Hawbaker, Wells, Harpster, Kroboth, Babcock, Todd, Weaver, Mings, and McTavish for State College. For the DCC Cardinals and manager George Heigl, they'll lead off with their shortstop, Kaylee Franklin. Batting second and doing the catching, Jesse Frank. Batting third and in center field, Kaylee Rizzer. Batting fourth and over at third base, Malia Mitscavich. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Rose Whipple. Batting sixth and in left field, Lydia Morgan. Batting seventh and in right field, Marina Haynes. Batting eighth and at second base, Lauren Davidson. And batting ninth, the designated player, Lexi Berta. In the circle for DCC will be the freshman, Riley Kolbatsky. So taking a look at Kolbatsky on the year, the freshman, seeing more and more playing time as the year goes on. She is 5-0 with a 220 earned run average. In 28 and 2/3 innings of work, she has struck out 48, only walked 10. It's basically a two-headed monster pitching-wise for DCC. Malia Mickiewicz, the other one that you'll see in the circle, possibly today, maybe not today, as they've got game tomorrow at Kane. Malia 4-0 on the year with a 282 earned run average. She struck out 32 and has only walked 4 in 27 and a third innings. We're going to step aside here. Thanks to more of our sponsors. When we come back, it'll be time for first pitch here between the Lady Lions and the Lady Cardinals here in now what is a rainy DuBois, Pennsylvania. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com.
It's that time of year where the weather tests our sanity. But better days lie shortly ahead. Nature will welcome us back to enjoy its sweet chorus, and sparkling waters will engulf us to rejuvenate our souls. There will be countless adventures and awesome opportunities, and most importantly, quality time with those we love. We welcome you to enjoy some of life's great experiences in Warren County, where we have been enjoying the great outdoors since 1819. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Simple, pure, real.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9 and 10 sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com. Howdy, rodeo fans. The 63rd Annual North Washington Rodeo is scheduled for August 15th through the 19th. Come see your favorite events, including bronc riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and more. Gates open at 6 p.m. with the show starting at 8. Come early and eat dinner in the social hall between 4 and 7. Nightly specials will be offered. Can't make dinner? No problem. There'll be lots of concession options available during the show. Grounds are located at 2225 Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, Pennsylvania. For more information, visit northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. The show goes on, rain or shine.
Claims happen. Fortunately, you have Gerg Insurance and Financial in your corner. Your family is our family, and we really mean that. So we invite you to get in touch with us and find out for yourself. Gerg Insurance and Financial. Offices in Ridgeway, Warren, and St. Mary's. Call 814-781-1020 for an appointment or a quote today. Gerg Insurance and Financial wants to understand you to help protect you.
Gerg Insurance, caring for you and the things you care for.
Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket. In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Back here in DuBois. Not sure if we're in a rain delay or what's going on here, but nobody's taken the field yet, as we have had the anthem and the introductions already, as hoping to get underway here between the Lady Cardinals and the Lady Lions. But as we hang out here, they did have senior day here. They did the track and field team and Also, the softball team, baseball senior day will happen later on tonight as Venango Catholic in town to take on DuBois Central Catholic at Stern Field at 7 o'clock tonight. But Rose Whipple, the lone senior for the DCC Lady Cardinals, is Rose on the year is hitting .308. She has a double, 3 home runs, 8 runs scored, 13 RBIs. So again, not 100% sure what's going on here, whether this looks like we might be in a delay. Take a look at the radar screen for you folks and see what that has coming up for you. Just a bit of some scattered showers here. It looks like we should have a window very shortly here to get underway, but in the meantime, going to just put up a note that states that we are in a delay, but hopefully we'll get underway here shortly. We'll be back after these messages. You're watching High School Softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com.
Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of Your Daily Local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Do you know an athlete who goes above and beyond in competition in their life? One who shows sportsmanship, compassion for others? The Brooks Hugh R. Lebeter Sports Person of the Year Award is made for them. The Brooks Hugh R. Lebeter Sports Person of the Year Award is for a high school athlete who has competed in at least one full season in either District 9 or District 10, and who displays the qualities of being a good person, leader, community-minded, and wanting to make a difference. To donate to the scholarship fund or to find out more about the award, go to yourdailylocal.com/BHL award.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Well, it looks like we're about ready to get going here in DuBois at Heindel Field, State College and DuBois Central Catholic. The delay, if that's what you want to call it, wasn't much of one. So it'll be Jess Hawbaker, Sydney Wells, and Addie Harpster to face the freshman, Riley Kolbatsky. As now Kolbatsky and the umpire are hands her the softball as he gets ready to go here. Top of the first inning, obviously, as we're about to get going here. So Kolbatsky ready with the line in the first delivery. It's in there for called strike one. Defense behind Kolbatsky has Whipple at first, Davidson at second, Franklin is at shortstop, Mickiewicz is at third, Morgan in left, Rizzer in center, Haynes and in right field, and Jesse Frank doing the catching. Kolbatsky's 0-1 delivery is grounded foul, no balls, and 2 strikes. So again, that defense, Whipple at first, Davidson at second, Franklin is at shortstop, Mickiewicz is at third, Morgan in left, Rizzer in center, Haynes in right, and Jesse Frank doing the catching. So no balls in, 2 strikes on Hawbaker leading off here for the Lady Lions. Made the quick, probably about an hour or so trip over from State College. Wind and the 0-2, little high, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pretty much the only games going on today around District 9 and District 10 are on turf fields. There's a baseball game over at Showers right now. Bradford and DuBois going at it. Here's the next pitch. That floats in a little high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 on Hawbaker, leading off here the game for the State College Lady Lions. Under direction of manager Sean Harkane. Next pitch, fouled straight back into the screen. Remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Not really May softball weather out there. It was 40 degrees on my way over here to DuBois today. Supposed to get a little nicer tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have the Elk County tournament. Andy Close and I will be there starting at 1:30 with a double header going on the YDL Sports Network. It's the wind in the 2-2. Another foul ball as Hawbaker continuing to fight here. Remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. And then on Saturday, we'll be right back here in DuBois at Showers Field, 3 o'clock for the City Classic, DuBois Central Catholic, and right here at Heindel Field at 7 o'clock for the softball version of the City Classic. 3rd year in a row that we've had the opportunity to broadcast that. Looking forward to that once again. Always a great event here in the city of DuBois. Wind in the 2-2. Misses outside, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes on Hawbaker, who has battled back from an 0-2 count. Kobatsky stares into her dugout, gets the sign, steps on the rubber, looks in, and delivers the 3-2 pitch. The ball is popped up to center field. Rizzer looks like she has a beat on. Now she's coming in. She can't make the catch. It's going to go as in air as Kaylee Rizzer had trouble finding it and then comes in and ends up dropping the softball. And so Hawbaker, after a long at bat, takes advantage of the miscue by Kaylee Rizzer and is at first base. That'll bring up Sydney Wells, 3rd baseman for these Lions. So Rizzer thought that ball was going to be back further than it was. You don't see that very often from Kaylee, but that time the miscue. There's a called strike 1 on Wells. Gray sky. It looks like the rain has let up again. Sun might be out a little bit. Not sure if that affected Rizzer at all. Showing bunt and taking a ball. Now the runner goes to second, and they've got her in a pickle. And going out and tagging her is the shortstop, Franklin. So the delayed steal attempt by Hawbaker does not work as Frank throws it down, and Franklin runs down Hawbaker for the caught stealing 2-6, and there's 1 away here in the State College first. 1 ball and 1 strike on the batter. Well, so State College immediately gives back the gift that they had gotten to DCC with the caught stealing. There's a foul ball on a check swing, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 on Wells. DCC, of course, last year's single A runner-up in Class 1A in the state. Kobatsky ready with the 1-2. That ball is fouled out of play over top the first base dugout occupied by the Lady Lions of State College. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kobatsky set, swinging and a miss by Wells. She goes down swinging, and there's now 2 away here in the State College first inning. That'll bring up Addie Harpster, the pitcher for State College. Kobatsky wants the dugout to go through the signs again. Looks like we had a little bit of turf repair here at Heindel Field. Looks like a new piece of turf in front of the circle, also over at first base. There's a ball 1 to Harpster. Fields, of course, get a lot of use. Little League, Challenger, Penn State Du Bois. There's a ground ball. Third baseman Mickiewicz knocks it down. Takes a little bit of time to throw. Runner is saved. That'll go down as a base hit as that ball was hit hard down to third. Infield single for Harpster. That'll bring up Tori Kroboth. One of those in-between plays there for Mickiewicz at third. It's a tough play for a third baseman who's playing up. A swing and a miss, strike 1. With just 60-foot baselines, balls get on top of fielders in a hurry in softball. 0-1 pitch. They're going to appeal it, and they're going to say she didn't go, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on Kroboth with Harpster at first. 2 outs here in the State College first inning. Winding the delivery. That is pop foul into the screen, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 on Kroboth. Kroboth had 2 hits in the loss for State College last week. Lost to Chambersburg 2-1. Kobatsky set with the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Kobatsky. No runs, 1 hit. There was an error and 1 left on base. At the end of a half an inning here at Heindel Field in Du Bois, it is Du Bois Central Catholic coming to bat, State College with no score. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com. For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com. Was roped down there back here at State College. State College is Harpster is taking her warm-up pitches. Addie Harpster. She'll face Franklin, Frank, and Rizzer for DCC here in the first inning. Harpster's defense has Stahl at first, Mings at second, Hawbreakers at short. Wells is at third, McTavish in left, Kroboth is in center, Todd is in right, and Ava Babcock doing the catching. So it's Stahl, Mings, Hawbecker, Wells, first to third for the Lady Lions, McTavish, Kroboth, and Todd left to right. Babcock doing the catching. The DCC dugout wants that to be an error on Mickiewicz, but I'm sticking with a hit, folks. Hey, I get it. First inning, maybe she has a chance at a no-hitter, but they're telling me up here in the booth that they don't even know how to take off the hit anyhow, so. Just having a little fun on a rainy, cold afternoon in Du Bois. Hey, maybe I go back and I look at it later on and change my mind on it. But right now I'm sticking with the hit. And since there's no official score, I guess it's going to stay as a hit as there's ball 1 to Kaylee Franklin. Michael Ling DeShong now doing a lot of the official scoring. Does a really good job. There's a ball in, and the first two pitches from Harpster have not quite gotten 30 feet, it doesn't seem like. Two balls and no strikes. There's a called strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 here on Franklin leading off. Franklin hitting an incredible 609 on the season. That's on the inside corner, strike 2, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Franklin. This DCC team doesn't walk very much. 28 on 12 games on the season. Very aggressive batting team. Winding the 2-2. That ball is ripped to deep left field. Going back on it is the left fielder, McTavish. It's over her head. Franklin's at second. She's going to head towards third. The throw comes in. It's cut off. There is no throw, and it's a leadoff triple for Kaylee Franklin. So Franklin leads off with a triple over the head of the left fielder, McTavish, and DCC in business right out of the gate against Addie Harpster. That'll bring up Jesse Frank as Frank stepping to the plate, the junior, hitting .548 on the year with 19 RBIs. First pitch to Frank, in there for a called strike. No balls and 1 strike on Jesse Frank. Rizzer to follow. This is a DCC team hitting .446 on the year as a team. Winding the 0-1. In the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher, Babcock. 1 ball, 1 strike. Again, Babcock heading to Swarthmore next year to play softball. One ball and 1 strike. That's in there for a called strike, and it's now 1-2 here, and got to figure Harpster looking for the strikeout. In that game against Chambersburg, she struck out 6, so not a heavy strikeout pitcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the dirt, another nice stop by Babcock. 2 balls and 2 strikes. You can see why Babcock, from a defensive aspect, is going to play college softball. Is already we've seen a couple of really nice stops behind the dish from her. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's in the dirt or fake dirt, and it's 3-2. That would be the Daddy's dish. You'll never have to worry about what you're dishing out for dinner when you go to Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion. Check them out on Facebook at facebook.com/Daddy's Clarion. They do catering, folks, at Daddy, so it's not just about being in Clarion. If you're looking for somebody to cater your event, Daddy's can do that for you too. There's ball 4. And first and third with nobody out here in the first inning for DCC. That'll bring up Kaylee Rizzer. Rizzer hitting .571 on the year with 17 RBIs. When you think about it, Jesse Frank has the lowest batting average of the top 3 in the order. First pitch, ball 1. Oh, they called that a strike. Okay. No balls and 1 strike. So Frank has that lowest batting average in the top 3, and she's hitting a terrible .548. Next pitch, fouled away, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes on Rizzer. Oh. Rizzer's only struck out once on the season. Here's the next pitch. That's down low, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tough week here with State College and Du Bois, two bigger schools for DCC. A lot of high expectations for this Lady Cardinals team coming off of the second place finish in the state a year ago. Next pitch, there's a looper caught by the shortstop, Hawbaker, for the out number one. So it was just a soft looper between third base and shortstop, and the shortstop, Hawbaker, was able to get over there and make the catch. And now there's one away for the Cardinals here for Malia Mickiewicz. Mickiewicz comes in hitting .450 on the season. First pitch to Mickiewicz, outside, ball one. And to wait that time, make sure it was a ball this time. 1 ball, no strikes. Franklin's at third. Frank's at first. Wind in the pitch. That ball is popped up and out of play over the third base dugout occupied by DCC, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 here on Malia Mickiewicz. Rose Whipple on deck for DCC. Bottom of the first, no score. Next pitch is popped up, and that is going to be out of play. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 on Mickiewicz. Harpster would love to get the strikeout here with the runners at the corners and just 1 out. Harpster toes the romper. Here's the 1-2. Down low, another great stop, but this time heading to second and taking it with ease is Frank on what goes down as a tough, wild pitch on the pitcher. As ball didn't really get away from the catcher, but it was in the dirt and, well, the synthetic dirt again, as this is an all-turf field at DCC, and that allowed, as soon as Frank saw it hit that ground, she took off for second. And so now it's second and third and 1 out, and a 2-2 pitch coming to Mickiewicz. Harpster ready, deals. Mickiewicz got in round on that one inside and fouls it into the stands, or more like just past the stands there. Tyler from the Du Bois Courier Express taking some pictures over there. Went just to the left of him out of your camera view. Wind into 2-2. Ooh, thought he was going to ring her up. He doesn't, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at second and third for the Cardinals. Harpster set with the payoff pitch. Way inside. That's the second walk she's issued, and now the bases are loaded for the senior on senior day, Rose Whipple. Whipple hitting .308 on the year. In case you're thinking grand slam, she has 3 home runs, 13 RBIs. First baseman Stahl will play about 6-7 feet in front of the bag, as is the third baseman Wells. Middle infield even basically with the bag at second. First pitch to Whipple. Down low, ball 1. So it could be a very game-defining moment right now for both of these teams. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the first for the senior first baseman, Rose Whipple. Harpster ready with the 1-0. Way inside, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 to Whipple. Most likely be looking for something to drive here, a good pitch. If it's not there, she might take it. 2 balls, no strikes. Harpster ready with the delivery. That's down low, and it's now 3-0. And now if you're Rose Whipple, will George Heigl give her the green light here at 3-0 with the bases loaded and 1 out? Three balls, no strikes to Whipple. No place to put her here in the first. Harpster winds, delivers. In there on the inside corner, strike 1. 3-1. 3-1 on Whipple. Now I'll be looking for a pitch in her zone. If it's not there, she might let that one go by. Wind into 3-1. That ball is popped up and out of play. It'll be 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ball ends up hitting the roof over top the grandstands here at Heindel Field. 3-2 on Whipple. Bases loaded, 1 out for DCC in the bottom of the first. Addie Harpster rolls the softball around in her hands, checks her wristband for the sign, steps onto the rubber. Wind into 3-2. High and inside, ball 4, and it's 1-0 DCC. 3 walks issued here by Harpster in the first give the Cardinals a 1-0 lead. That'll bring up Lydia Morgan. And now we're going to have a Pizza Hut circle visit. You'll never have to take time out from dinner when you go to Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut right here in DuBois, also in Brookville, State College, Phillipsburg, all over. Nobody outpizzas the Hut. PizzaHut.com. So as Morgan gets ready to step in here, she's hitting .333, 4 doubles, a triple, and 6 RBIs on the season, if I'm reading this right. I am. So bases remain loaded for the Cardinals. Run is in on the bases loaded, walk to Whipple. Harpster checks, winds and delivers. Outside, ball 1. So it's now Frank at third, Mickiewicz is at second, and Whipple is at first for DCC. Junior Lydia Morgan ready with the 0-1. That ball is flowing out into right field. Right fielder Todd going over. She'll catch it. Frank's going to tag. She's going to come in. She's going to score without a throw. The sacrifice fly by Lydia Morgan, and it's 2-0 in favor of DCC. On the play, taking third is Mickiewicz. So that'll bring up Marina Haynes now. First pitch to Haynes. In there for a called strike 1. So no balls and 1 strike on Haynes. Haynes hitting .448 on the year. It's no balls and 2 strikes on Haynes. One into delivery. Swing and a miss. She'll go down swinging, and the inning comes to an end, but not before DCC scores 2 runs on 1 hit. There were 3 walks, 2 left on base. At the end of a full inning here at Heindel Field in DuBois, it's DuBois Central Catholic 2, State College nothing. You're watching high school sports on the YDL Sports Network, D9and10sports.com, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
It's that time of year where the weather tests our sanity. But better days lie shortly ahead. Nature will welcome us back to enjoy its sweet chorus, and sparkling waters will engulf us to rejuvenate our souls. There will be countless adventures and awesome opportunities, and most importantly, quality time with those we love. We welcome you to enjoy some of life's great experiences in Warren County, where we have been enjoying the great outdoors since 1819. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Simple, pure, real.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
Back here at Heindel Field in DuBois, where it's 2-0 DCC as we head to inning number 2. For State College here in the second. It'll be Babcock, Todd, and Weaver. Babcock, left-handed hitting catcher for State College. Riley Kolbatsky now with a 2-0 lead. First pitch, fouled away, strike one. One in the 0-1. In the dirt, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one here on Babcock. Batsky's next pitch. That ball is ripped out into left field, but right at the left fielder, Lydia Morgan. And there's one away here in the State College second inning. So Babcock hit it hard, but hit it right to Morgan. Turn the lights on here at Heindel Field as it looks like the rain may have returned. Can't quite tell. Yeah, the rain has returned, definitely. It's on the outside, ball 1 to Gabby Todd. Great to have you along here. No, not a whole lot going on out there in baseball and softball. At the beginning of this week, the weather's just been terrible. It feels like what we would have gotten at the end of March when the season started, not in the beginning of May. 1 ball and 1 strike on Todd. A lot of people hanging out underneath the center field pavilion here at Heindel Field. At least trying to stay dry, not necessarily warm, but at least dry. There's a little looper underneath the glove of the second baseman. Davidson into center field for a base hit. So Todd with the single to center. 1 out. Runner at first for the designated player, Brooke Weaver. So Weaver stepping in. First pitch, fastball outside, ball 1. Now the rain really starts to come down as the umpire says, hey, we're going to bring them off the field here. So as we go into a delay here, we'll step aside momentarily. Hopefully it won't be a long one, but we are in a rain delay here at Heindel Field. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com.
Howdy, rodeo fans. The 63rd Annual North Washington Rodeo is scheduled for August 15th through the 19th. Come see your favorite events, including bronc riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and more. Gates open at 6 p.m. with the show starting at 8. Come early and eat dinner in the social hall between 4 and 7. Nightly specials will be offered. Can't make dinner? No problem. There'll be lots of concession options available during the show. Grounds are located at 2225 Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, Pennsylvania. For more information, visit northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. The show goes on, rain or shine.
So we're in a rain delay here at Heindel Field. We'll try to get you some updates here as soon as we can. I'm going to save my voice, folks, but I'll keep you updated as much as I can. As long as you still see the picture on the screen or a commercial playing and it's saying rain delay, you'll know the game hasn't been called. So hopefully we'll be back here shortly with an update for you. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com. In a rain delay. Back here live as it looks like the rain has subsided. Kolbatsky taking her warm-up tosses as Brooke Weaver gets ready to step back in with a count of 1 ball and no strikes on her. Gabby Todd at first for State College. So about a 7-minute rain delay there. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the one nice thing about the turf is no need to worry about getting it ready after the rain delay. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside, it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike here on Weaver. Little looper, shortstop. Franklin diving in, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Nice catch there by Kaylee Franklin, and there's 2 away here in the State College second. I'll bring up Meredith Mings, one of the seniors on this State College team. DCC, great act of kindness. During their senior night, they awarded each senior for State College a flower. It's a called strike on Mings. See that more and more around where teams hold their senior night and make sure they do something for the opposing team seniors as well. Always a nice gesture, though, when that happens. No balls, 1 strike here on Mings. Next pitch, little high, 1 ball and 1 strike. DCC got 2 runs in the first inning thanks to 3 walks, including 1 with the bases loaded and a sacrifice fly. One pitch to Mings. Called strike. Ball was a bit on the outside, it looked like, but getting the call there was Kolbatsky. She's not going to complain. Sun is now out and shadows have come over top as that was a little far outside and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So weather doesn't really know what it wants to do here in DuBois right now. Wind blowing from left to right, flagpole out in right center field, full mast. That ball is popped up, taking a look at it as Miscavige, but it's well out of play, and it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Meredith Mings. Waterfall is active now. Last time I was here, it was not. We've got it going now. Looks a lot better, trust me, folks, when it's sunny out and warm. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. 3rd strikeout by Kolbatsky ends the State College second inning. For State College in the second, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. We head to the bottom of inning number 2. It is DuBois Central Catholic leading State College 2-0. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of Your Daily Local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Back here at Heindel Field in DuBois as we get ready to go to the bottom of the second inning. For DCC, it'll be 8-9-1. Lauren Davidson, Lexi Berta, and Kaylee Franklin. They'll be facing Addie Harbster. Harbster walked 3 in that first inning, cost her a couple of runs. Shout out to State College Athletic Secretary Susie Skunda, the niece of George Heigl. Talked to Susie today, had her send me over the roster and let her know that we were doing this game. So if any of you from the State College area are watching, Susie was going to try to get some of that information. The athletic director maybe get some of that out to you guys. So ball one here to Davidson. Ground ball, fair ball down the third base line. That's going to hit off the screen, and Davidson's going to head towards second as the left fielder McTavish finally picks it up, but it's a leadoff double for Lauren Davidson. So Davidson doubles just over the third base bag, and then it hits the outcropping screen down there in left field and kicks back into shallow left field. So Davidson with the leadoff double for Lexi Berta. First pitch to Berta. Berta swings and drives it foul into the screen and over it. Of course, George Heigl, also president of Swift Kennedy, who is the official insurance provider of the YDL Sports Network, D9and10sports.com. Him and his son Jake help us out a ton. Folks, if you need insurance needs, go to Swift Kennedy and Co.com for all your insurance needs. It's 1 ball and 1 strike here on Berta. Wind in the 1-1. Ground ball, base hit into left field. They're going to send home Davidson. The throw is going to be cut off. There is no relay, and it's 3-0 DCC here on the RBI single to left by Lexi Berta. Bring up Callie Franklin. She tripled leading off the first inning for DCC. Came around and scored on the bases loaded walk to Rose Whipple. So 3-0 Cardinals here in the second. Nobody out, and Bert is at first. Harpster checks her wristband, ready with the first pitch to Franklin. Misses, ball 1. One ball, no strikes on Franklin. Wind in the pitch. Way high, and it's going to go. Oh, what a play there by the catcher, Babcock. It looked like it was going to go over her head, but she's able to basically snow cone it, knock it back to herself, and save the wild pitch. Again, very impressed with Ava Babcock behind the plate for State College. 2 balls, no strikes here on Franklin. That misses, and it's now 3-0. Three balls, no strikes here on Franklin. Jesse Frank on deck. Harpster ready with the 3-0. And Franklin taking all the way, strike 1. Three balls, 1 strike. There's a ball hit into right field. Oh, what a diving catch by the right fielder, Todd. Her throw back to first, not in time. And Todd, legitimately excited out there, pumps her fist a couple times. She makes a great diving catch out in right field to rob extra bases from Kaylee Franklin. If Todd doesn't come up with that, Franklin might be standing at home plate, and it might be 5-0 now, DCC. Instead, it's 1 out, and a runner remains at first base for the Cardinals. Bring up Jesse Frank. She shows bunt, bunts it foul, strike 1. Love the catch, love the celebration out there by Gabby Todd. No balls and 1 strike here on Jesse Frank. Berta's at first. Berta was able to scamper back. She was about 3/4 of the way to second when Todd came up with that catch. One in the 0-1. Way outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Frank. Frank walked and scored in the first inning. Scored on the sacrifice fly to right by Lydia Morgan. Wine in the 1-1. Shows bunt again and bunts it foul again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jesse's older sister, Jordy, of course, was a great softball player for the Cardinals. Also has a state silver medal. Wine in the 1-2. Little comebacker. Harpster's going to turn, throw to second for 1, relay on to first, not in time, but they will get the lead runner on the play, Berta. And there's 2 away here in the DCC second inning. I'll bring up Kaylee Rizzer. First pitch to Rizzer. Swing and a miss on a pitch on the outside portion of the plate. Strike 1. Wine in the 0-1. Way outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Rizzer, who had a looping line out to the shortstop Hawbaker in the first inning. DCC 2 in the first, 1 here so far in the second. Could have been a lot more except for the great catch by Todd out in right field. Next pitch, that ball is popped up in the infield, and it's going to land, and everybody's going to be safe and heading to third, and they're saying she's safe at third. As now we're going to get an argument from manager Sean Hurricane. He's saying, but the base umpire basically looked at the home plate umpire and said, "Hey, it's your call." So the second baseman Mings, again, that guy must be tough, and the second baseman Mings had trouble finding it. It was going to go as a single for Rizzer. Now we're going to say safe at third base is Jesse Frank. So the home plate umpire wasn't real nimble getting out to, I don't think he thought that Jesse Frank would have headed to third on that play. And Jim Pullman, the base umpire, was over making the call at first base at the time and had to defer to the home plate umpire, who just didn't get over, didn't see it. I think he actually got the call right at the end of the day, folks. I think that the throw beat her, but I think she beat the tag, Jesse Frank, that is. But still, just not a great look. But hey, it happens sometimes. They're just humans like the rest of us. No balls and 1 strike here on Mickiewicz. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. And now playing around and heading to second base on a stolen base is Rizzer, as State College wanted nothing to do with her. State College wasn't going to be fooled into throwing out Rizzer with Frank at third, so it's no balls and 2 strikes. Tampa Bay Rays actually pulled that play off on the Pirates yesterday. And there's a swing and a miss. Mickiewicz goes down swinging. So for DCC in the second, 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base at the end of 2 full innings here in DuBois. It is DuBois Central Catholic 3, State College nothing. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Back here at Heindel Field in DuBois as we get ready to go to the third inning with DCC leading State College 3-0. It'll be Gabby McIntosh and then the top of the liner, Hawbaker and Wells for the Lady Lions against Riley Kolbatsky. First pitch outside. Kolbatsky's next pitch, swing and a miss, gets McTavish to swing through it. Strike one, 1 ball and 1 strike. Wind into 1-1. Little high. McTavish able to hold off. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kolbatsky ready with the 2-1. That ball is popped up out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kolbatsky goes, touches the rising bag. Ready with the 2-2. Excuse me. Says that one is fouled away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Couldn't even get to the kill switch quick enough as I sneezed there, folks. I do apologize. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wine in the 2-2. That ball is lifted to left field. Morgan going back on it. Now center fielder Rizzer, and she drops it. Kaylee Rizzer has now dropped 2 balls out there in the outfield for another error, and it's a leadoff 2-base error for McIntosh. So not sure why Rizzer felt the need to come over and call off Morgan, as that ball was pretty much in straight away left field, but she did, and Morgan, the good left fielder she is, let her center fielder call her off, and then Rizzer dropped the ball. So Rizzer now 2 catch errors out there today. And that'll bring up Jess Hawbaker, who was the beneficiary of the first one, and now State College with a runner in scoring position. Fouling the first pitch off, strike 1. Been a difficult day defensively so far for the Lady Cardinals. A couple of errors. Ball that probably should have been played at third. There's a swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Hawbaker. Kolbatsky ready with the 0-2. That ball is drilled, but well foul, heading towards the tennis courts down over on the left field side. It remains no balls and 2 strikes. Might have cut somebody's car over there. Wind in the 0-2. Floats in. Ooh. That ball was starting to come back down. Didn't come down quite enough, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Batsky wants to go back through the signals. Gets it from the dugout. Checks her wristband. Ready now with the 1-2. Swing and a miss. She gets Hawbaker chasing one on the outside. Strikeout number 4 for Kobatsky. There's 2 away here, or I'm sorry, 1 away here in the State College 3rd inning. That'll bring up Sydney Wells. She struck out in her first at bat. Outside ball 1. One and 0 on Wells. Ground ball, shortstop Franklin picks it up, throws, gets. Runner has to hold at second, and there's 2 away here in the State College 2nd inning. So now a chance for Kobatsky to work around the leadoff 2-base error. They'll bring up Addie Harpster, trying to help herself here. There's a called strike. No balls and 1 strike here on Harpster. Wind in the 0-1. Misses, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. This game doesn't quite have the pace of the one that I did last week in Punxsutawney between St. Mary's and Punxsutawney. 1-0 game that took an hour and 10 minutes. One ball, 1 strike. That ball is drilled to deep left field. Going back on it is Morgan. She seems to have a beat on it. She does at the edge of the track, and the inning is over. For State College, no runs, no hits. There was an error and 1 left on base. At the end of 2.5 innings here at Heindel Field in DuBois, it is DuBois Central Catholic 3, State College nothing. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9and10sports.com. Powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Claims happen. Fortunately, you have Gerg Insurance and Financial in your corner. Your family is our family, and we really mean that. So we invite you to get in touch with us and find out for yourself. Gerg Insurance and Financial. Offices in Ridgeway, Warren, and St. Mary's. Call 814-781-1020 for an appointment or a quote today. Gerg Insurance and Financial wants to understand you to help protect you.
Gerg Insurance, caring for you and the things you care for.
IC Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery, located at 2043 Pennsylvania Avenue East in Warren. We offer screen printing and embroidery on apparel, as well as graphic design, web design, photography, and custom frames, and specialize in youth fundraisers. We also offer photography services and custom frames. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyink.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear icy.
We head to the bottom of the 4th inning here, or bottom of the 3rd inning, here in DuBois. Rose Whipple, Lydia Morgan, and Marina Haynes due up for DCC. The Lady Cardinals have had action all over the base paths. Have scored 3 runs in 2 innings off of Addie Harpster. First pitch to Whipple, who walked with the bases loaded in the 1st inning, driving in a run, is down low, ball 1. Whipple with an RBI walk. Lydia Morgan with an RBI sacrifice fly in the 1st, and then an RBI single by Lexi Berta last inning, counting for the 3 runs for DCC. It's a called strike, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 on Whipple. Addie Harpster checks her wristband, ready with the 1-1. Misses, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Sun again starts to peek out here at Heindel Field. Wind has died down a little bit. Next pitch, that ball is high in the air. Shortstop Hawbaker on the second base side of second base makes the catch for out number one, as it looked like the second baseman Mings was again having trouble picking that up in the high sky. One away for DCC. That'll bring up Lydia Morgan. Morgan, that sacrifice fly to right field with one out in the first inning, made it 2-0 at the time, DCC. First pitch, down low, gets away from the catcher, Babcock. Ball one. Ready with the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. It's 1-1 strike. 1-1 on Morgan. After issuing those 3 walks in the first inning, Harpster didn't walk anybody last inning. Wine in the 1-1. There's a called strike, and it's 1-2 strikes. One and two on Morgan. Harpster checks her wristband, gets ready now with the 1-2 delivery. Morgan's able to get a piece of it, stay alive. It remains 1-2 strikes. Looks down at first base coach Ed Galvis, giving her some instruction on what to do with those outside pitches that Harpster seems to be feeding her right now. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Morgan down on strikes. Strikeout number 3 for Harpster. That'll bring up Marina Haynes. Haynes was the first strikeout victim of Harpster's. That was back in the first inning. Of course, for those of you who were around during basketball season, Marina's dad, Doug, a lot of the times when I came over here, would run my camera for me on the broadcast. 1-0 strikes on Haynes. Wine in the 1-0. Shows bunt inside. Ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Haynes. Now the third baseman, Wells, creeps in a few more steps in front of third. First baseman Stahl, same way over at first base after that showing bunt attempt by Haynes. Here's the 2-0, shows it again, lays it down right back to the pitcher, Harpster. She's up with it. She'll throw Haynes out, and the inning comes to a close. Central goes in order in the third. We go to inning number 4. It is DCC 3, State College nothing. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10. Sports.com, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
Back here in DuBois as we head to the 4th inning, 3-0 DCC in the lead. It'll be the middle of the order. Kroboth, Babcock, and Todd for State College. Called strike one on Kroboth, who struck out in the first inning, one of 4 strikeouts for Riley Kolbatsky, the freshman for DCC. 1 in the 0-1. That ball is drilled out into left field. Lydia Morgan drifting back on it, and it's too far beyond her. And by the time Rizzer gets it out there in left center field, Kroboth has a leadoff double. So another ball that you feel like probably should have had a play made on it by DCC out there, but it goes down as a hit, double for Kroboth, as Morgan was going back on it. The ball just carried, I think, more than she thought it was going to. That'll bring up Ava Babcock. Babcock lined out to Morgan in her first at bat. Batsky's first pitch in there for called strike one. So second straight inning, State College has had the leadoff runner at second base with nobody out. 1 in the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. It's no balls and 2 strikes on Babcock. Sun's ducked in behind the clouds again. Wind is picked back up here at Heindel Field. Here's the 0-2. Little high, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes on Babcock. Winding the delivery. That's high, and it's now 2-2. 2-2 on the left-handed hitting Babcock. Kroboth is at second with nobody out. Wind in the 2-2. Fouled straight back into the screen. Remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Batsky ready. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball past the diving shortstop Franklin into left field. They're going to hold the runner Corbruth at third, and now it's first and third and nobody out for State College here in the fourth. Even if Franklin had been able to come up with that, I doubt she throws out Babcock out of the left-handed batter's box over there at first base. Now Babcock will be run for with a courtesy runner, Harper Campbell. So Campbell will come in to run for Babcock with runners at the corners and nobody out for State College. Gabby Todd at the plate. She singled to center in her first at bat. So now the Lady Lions have the chance to get on the board here with nobody out and runners at the corners. Runner heads to second. Throw goes down. They're going to tag her out at second. They'll trade the out for the run with the 3-0 lead. Does DCC. So taking home on what now amounts to a fielder's choice is Kroboth, but throwing out, trying to steal second is Campbell. And there is 1 away here in the 4th inning, and it's now 3-1 DCC. Did not see, folks, whether that was a ball or a strike. We'll find out soon enough if it matters. Here's a ground ball. It won't matter as Mickiewicz up with it. Throw across is low and not able to dig it out as Whipple. So another miscue by the Lady Cardinals. It's an error on the third baseman, Mickiewicz. And Todd is safe at first. So Mickiewicz's throw was just low and Whipple wasn't able to pick it. Depending on how you look at it, either the 3rd or 4th error against DCC in this game. Not a very clean game right now for the Lady Cardinals defensively. That'll bring up Brooke Weaver. It's outside, ball 1 to Weaver. Inning started out with the double on the ball that Morgan probably should have caught, as that's fouled away. Strike one, 1-1 strike. Did go into books as a double, but DCC's defense not helping the freshman Riley Kolbatsky much right now. Winding to 1-1. That ball is ripped out towards the gap. Right fielder Haynes, it goes right through her glove. They're going to wave the runner to third, and they're going to have second and third on the air on the right fielder, Marina Haynes, as the ball went right through her glove. So right now, just one of those games defensively for DCC. Nothing is happening right for the Lady Cardinals on defense. Pair of errors after the caught stealing has runners at second and third and one out for Meredith Mings. She's going to bunt, picking it up, throwing over. They're going to get the out there, but a run's going to come home and score, and it's now 3-2. So Mings lays down the safety squeeze. The pitcher, Kolbatsky, picked it up, throws over to the second baseman, Davidson, on the play. Todd scores. It's 3-2, and Weaver goes to third, and now Gabby McIntosh is at the plate. Takes ball one. So the errors come back and hurt DCC this inning. 1-0, ground ball. Second baseman Davidson's going to be a tough play. Throw over is in time. So Lauren Davidson's able to come up with a gem after some shoddy defense by DCC here in the fourth, and the inning comes to an end. State College picks up 2 runs on a pair of hits, 2 errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's now a 1-run game. DuBois Central Catholic leading State College 3-2. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com.
It's that time of year where the weather tests our sanity. But better days lie shortly ahead. Nature will welcome us back to enjoy its sweet chorus, and sparkling waters will engulf us to rejuvenate our souls. There will be countless adventures and awesome opportunities, and most importantly, quality time with those we love. We welcome you to enjoy some of life's great experiences in Warren County, where we have been enjoying the great outdoors since 1819. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Simple, pure, real.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9 and 10 sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com. Back here at Heindel Field in DuBois, where State College has cut into the DCC lead. It's now 3-2 Lady Cardinals as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It'll be Davidson, Berta, and Franklin. So Davidson made that nice defensive play to end the top of the fourth. She'll lead off here. Doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen more often than you think, where the player that makes a great defensive play leads off the next inning. Davidson takes strike one on a pitch that looked like it was high and outside, but he's been giving that pitch all game. Strike one. 0-1 on Davidson. She doubled in her first at bat down the third base line. She swings at that one outside, and it snowballs in 2 strikes. So 0-2 here on Davidson. Winding the 0-2. Swing and a miss. She got Davidson to chase that one outside, and there's one away here in the fourth. Strikeout number 4 for Harpster. That'll bring up Lexi Bird as she had an RBI single in her last at bat in the second inning. DCC 2 in the first, 1 in the second. State College 2 in the top of this fourth inning. There's a swing and a miss, and Harpster seems to have really dialed in after a rocky start that saw her walk 3 batters in that first inning. Oh, 1 pitch. There's a little looper. Second baseman Mings makes the catch, and there's 2 away here in the DCC fourth inning. Bring up Callie Franklin, the shortstop. She's 1 for 2, and now that catch by Todd in the second inning looming large, because might be 5-2 right now, or even worse for DCC if Todd hadn't made that great diving catch in the third inning, and that really started Harpster on this string here of pitching well, as there's ball 1. Winding a 1-0 to Franklin. It's outside, 2-0. Winding a 2-0. There's a called strike on again. He's giving that outside high pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. The only thing I'll say about the home plate umpire here, he's being consistent with that call, so batters need to adjust to it. 2 balls and 1 strike here on Franklin. Wide into 2-1. Inside corner, strike 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 on Callie Franklin. Fouls that one away, remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2. Bounces in there, and it's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Franklin. Jesse Frank on deck. Three balls, 2 strikes here on Callie Franklin with 2 outs in the fourth inning. Harpster winds and delivers. Chopper, shortstop Hawbaker up with it, throw across in time, and the inning is over. So DCC has now gone in order 2 innings in a row. We go to the 5th. It's DuBois Central Catholic 3, State College 2. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10. Sports.com, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Howdy, rodeo fans. The 63rd Annual North Washington Rodeo is scheduled for August 15th through the 19th. Come see your favorite events, including bronc riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and more. Gates open at 6 p.m. with the show starting at 8. Come early and eat dinner in the social hall between 4 and 7. Nightly specials will be offered. Can't make dinner? No problem. There'll be lots of concession options available during the show. Grounds are located at 2225 Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, Pennsylvania. For more information, visit northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. The show goes on, rain or shine. Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed.
Head to inning number 5 here at Heindel Field in DuBois. It'll be the top of the order for State College. Hawbaker, Wells, and Harpster against Riley Kolbatsky, who's given up 2 runs, 1 of them earned. Ball 1 up high. Harpster reached on an air on the center fielder Rizzer and struck out. That ball is popped up. Whipple throws off her face mask, goes up against the screen, but it's out of play, and it's 1 strike. Actually, it wasn't her face mask she threw off. It was her visor she threw off. Whipple not wearing a face mask down there at first base. Saw firsthand how important those face masks are for pitchers last week when Kendall Young took one right off of her face mask in the 7th inning of that win over Punxsutawney. Stung a little bit, but she was no worse for the wear afterward. Now that ball's outside, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Winding a 2-1. Ground ball, shortstop Franklin up with it. Throw across the diamond is not in time as the speedster Hawbaker beats it out. Infield single there by Hawbaker. That'll bring up Sydney Wells. Ball 1 to Wells. Hawbaker was thrown out trying to steal second in that first inning. It's up high, and it's now 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 on Wells. That misses, and it's now 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes on Wells. Hawbaker's at first. Nobody out here in the State College 5th inning. They trail 3-2. Winding the pitch, ball 4. 4-pitch walk, and now runners at first and second, and nobody out for Addie Harpster. As Jesse Frank out to talk to her pitcher, Kolbatsky. Pizza Hut timeout. You'll never have to worry about taking time out for dinner when you go to Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut in State College, Pizza Hut here in DuBois, Brookville, Clarion, Grove City, Phillipsburg, Osceola. PizzaHut.com. Nobody out pizzas the Hut. So Harpster is 1 for 2 with an infield single and a flyout. Takes ball 1, and now all of a sudden, Riley Kolbatsky having trouble finding the strike zone. That's 5 consecutive balls. Winding the 1-0. There's a called strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Infield single by Hawbaker. Walk to Wells here to start the 5th inning for State College. Winding the 1-1. That ball is fouled out of play, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 on Harpster. Kroboth on deck. Wind in the 1-2. Did she go? She did not, as that would have been too tough for the umpire out in the field to be able to do it. That is one of the difficulties of a 2-man crew in this situation. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Batsky checks her wristband. Winds and delivers. That ball is fouled out of play, and it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Harpster's at second. Wells is at first for the Lady Lions. Kolbatsky ready with the 2-2. That ball is fouled out of play. Remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Batsky set again. Ready with the 2-2. That ball is chopped. Third baseman Mickiewicz up with it, throws across for the out. The runners will move up 60 feet. And now with one out, there's runners at second and third for Tori Kroboth. It's a nice play there by Mickiewicz to play that high chopper to get the out at first. Kroboth struck out in the first, doubled in the fourth on a ball that probably should have been caught by Lydia Morgan in left field. Kobatsky ready with her first pitch. Shows bunt, lays it down, picking it up, and they're not going to have a play, and the bases are going to be loaded on that infield bunt single by Kroboth. So bases are loaded now for Ava Babcock. Babcock is lined out to left and reached on an error. Actually, lined out to left and singled to left. I apologize. That was not an error that she reached on in her last at bat. That was a base hit. She'll call time. Step out. Bases loaded. One out for State College. They trail by one here in the fifth. There's a called strike on Babcock. She's gone to the other way both times with the line out to Morgan in left and the base hit to left past a diving Franklin at shortstop. Batsky ready with the 0-1. That ball is fouled out of play, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 here on Babcock. Left-handed hitting catcher for the Lady Lions. Taking a long look into the dugout is Kobatsky. Now she checks her wristband. Steps onto the rubber, ready with the 0-2. Little high and inside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 on Babcock, the senior for State College. Ready with the 1-2. Just missed outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes on Babcock. Kobatsky ready with the delivery. Called, strike 3, gets Babcock looking, and there's 2 away here in the State College 5th inning, and it'll be up to Gabby Todd. Todd reached on an error by the third baseman Mickiewicz in her last at bat. After singling in the second, she's 1 for 2. So Kobatsky trying to work out of this bases loaded jam. First pitch to Todd. Swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike here on Gabby Todd with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Wind in the delivery. Outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. With 2 outs, you would figure that a base hit to the outfield would give State College the lead here. Kobatsky ready with the 1-1. Little outside. He's been giving that as a strike all game. All of a sudden, now it's a ball, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. I don't mind him calling that pitch if he calls it the same both ways all game long. 2-1 here. Wind into 2-1. That's in there for a call strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 on Gabby Todd. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the 5th. The freshman Kobatsky checks her wristband. Ready with the 2-2. Ground ball, base hit into left field. That's going to give State College the lead. They lead 4-3 on the 2-run. 2 out, 2 strikes, single to left by Gabby Todd. Kroboth goes to second on the play. Todd drives in 2 with that base hit. And State College has come all the way back from a 3-0 deficit. They lead 4-3. Still working here as Weaver swings and misses strike 1. Infield single, walk, and an infield single before that base hit into left field by Todd has given the Lady Lions the lead. That's outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. And remember now, Harpster on the other side has retired 7 straight DCC batters. 1-1. That's high, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. So DCC finds itself in a place that it hasn't found itself a lot this year, and that's playing from behind now. Winding the 2-1. Way outside, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. And keep in mind, this is a learning opportunity for Riley Kolbatsky, too. She hasn't been in many situations like this as a freshman, where now she's got to bear down and try to work her way out of this jam without allowing any more damage. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 on Weaver. 2 runs in for State College. They now lead 4-3. That ball is fouled out of play, and it remains full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. The runners were moving on the count with 2 outs. Batsky checks her wristband. Steps back, now steps back onto the rubber. Ready with the 3-2. That ball is popped up. Second baseman Davidson looks like she has it. She does, and the inning comes to a close. But State College has taken the lead. They pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. There was a walk, no errors, and 2 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. DuBois Central Catholic now trailing State College 4-3. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of your daily local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
Back here in DuBois as we head to the bottom of the 5th. DCC now has some work to do as they trail 4-3. Jesse Frank leading off here against Addie Harpster, who again has retired 7 in a row since the infield single by Rizzer back in the 2nd inning. Frank pops it up, and that's going to land harmlessly foul, strike 1. Lady Cardinals have gone 1-2-3 in the last 2 innings. This after scoring 3 runs in the first, 1+ against Harpster. Ground ball, softly hit. First baseman Stahl will run to the base. He'll beat out Frank. And that's 8 in a row now set down by Harpster. I'll bring up Rizzer. Rizzer, the last Lady Cardinal to reach against Harpster. She had an infield single back in the 2nd. Winding the first pitch. Outside, ball 1. Harpster ready with the 1-0. There's a little looper, center field. That'll break the string of 8 in a row. Base hit there by Kelly Rizzer. So Rizzer didn't hit it hard, but hit it right. She's got a pair of hits in the game. That'll bring up Malia Mickiewicz. Mickiewicz has a walk and a strikeout today. That's high, ball 1 to Mickiewicz. If you're just joining us, DCC 2 in the first, 1 in the second to take a 3-0 lead. State College 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. They've taken a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 5th. It's high and outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes on Mickiewicz. Rose Whipple to follow. Winding the 2-0. High and tight. Ball 3, and it's 3-0 here on Mickiewicz. 3-0 on Mickiewicz. Rizzers at first. 1 out here for DCC in the bottom of the 5th. 3-0 misses. Ball 4. 4th walk issued by Harpster, but the first since the first inning. And now her catcher, Ava Babcock, will go out to have a word. This Pizza Hut circle visit. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut. PizzaHut.com. There we go. Some stuffed crust pizza being talked about here in the box. So Rose Whipple at the plate. She walked with the bases loaded. Now she's going to hit a little dribbler. That's going to be a tough play. They're going to get Whipple. They're going to say, was there interference on the runner going to second? State College wants it, but I don't think they're going to get it. Whipple's out at first, and now it's up to Lydia Morgan. Morgan 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly. Base hit could give DCC the lead back. They're giving a lot of the middle of the infield for Morgan here, ball 1. So shortstop Hawbaker playing deep in the hole at short, and the second baseman Mings way over towards first base. So anything up the middle is going to get through for Morgan. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Rizzer's at third. Mickiewicz is at second with 2 outs for DCC here in the 5th. Harpster ready with the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes as Morgan was behind that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lydia Morgan. Addie Harpster ready with the 1-2 delivery. It's going to get away from the catcher. Babcock, and it ties the game as Rizzer comes sprinting home on the wild pitch. On the play, Mickiewicz goes to third, and we're tied at 4. So DCC comes back here ties the game on that wild pitch, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Morgan. Base hit would now give the Lady Cardinals the lead back. Winding a 2-2. Way outside, and Babcock has to do a Herculean job getting over there. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 on Morgan. Haynes is on deck. Addie Harpster checks her wristband, ready now with the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strikes her out, and the inning comes to a close, but not before DCC ties it on the wild pitch. They picked up 1 run on 1 hit. There was a walk, 1 left on base. We go to the 6th. It's 4 apiece here at Heindel Field between Du Bois Central Catholic and State College. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com.
Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And Du Bois Lanes on the Beeline in Du Bois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At Du Bois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. Du Bois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Back here at Heindel Field, we head to the 6th inning, all tied up 4 apiece between State College and Du Bois Central Catholic. Meredith Mings leading off here, takes strike 1 from Riley Kobatsky. Winding the 0-1. That ball is ripped down the left field side. That's going to go into the corner. Mings is going to round first. She's going to head to second on a leadoff double. So for the 3rd inning in a row, well, actually the 4th inning in a row now, a leadoff batter is on for State College's. Mings doubles to left off of Kobatsky. That'll bring up Gabby McIntosh. I'm sorry, McTavish, not McIntosh, McTavish. Excuse me. So McTavish will look to move her over. Shows bunt, bunts through it, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. McTavish looks down. Ready with the 0-1. That's in the dirt. Ball 1. Nice stop by Jesse Frank. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 here on McTavish. Wind in the pitch. Called strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball and 2 strikes on McTavish. Mings is at second. Nobody out here in the 6th for State College in a tie game. Kobatsky ready with the 1-2. High, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind in the 2-2. Right back at the pitcher. Kobatsky is able to knock it down. Throws over to Whipple, and because it was a line drive, Ming has to hold it second. There's 1 away. So Kobatsky was able to knock that down with her glove, almost caught it, which held Ming at second. That'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Hawbaker, who is 1 for 3, has reached on an air, struck out, and as an infield single. And now looks like we're going to get a pinch runner at second base for State College. We'll see who that is. It looks like it might be number, well, I'm not sure yet. Thought it was the girl taking her sweatshirt off, but that's actually the next batter. So coming out to run here, do we have a number? Yes, number 18, Ruby True. So Ruby True will pinch run for Mingus at second. So True, the runner at second. Now Doug Haynes, the scorekeeper for DCC, coming out to discuss something with the home plate umpire. So Hawbaker at the plate. First pitch, high and outside, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes on Jess Hawbaker. True, the pinch runner at second, represents the go-ahead run for State College. Wind in the 1-0. Way outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Wells on deck. Betsky ready with the 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. Batsky checks in with the dugout, checks her wristband. Steps on the rubber, gets ready with the 2-1 here to Hawbaker. Misses inside, and it's now 3-1 on Hawbaker. Three balls, 1 strike on Jess Hawbaker. 1 out, go ahead run at second for State College in the 6th. Next pitch, ground ball. Franklin knocks it down, throws, and not in time. So another infield sit by the speedy Hawbaker. Franklin had to knock it down. It was hit so hard at her. First and third, 1 out for Wells. So Wells at the plate. Line drive, base hit into center field. That's going to give State College the lead back. So the RBI single to center by Wells as they're starting to tee off a little bit here against Golbatsky. And it's 5-4 in favor of State College, and they're still in business with runners at first and second, and just 1 out for Addie Harpster. Ball 1 outside. Next pitch, ground ball, second baseman Davidson. She's only got 1 play. That's at first. She'll get it. There's 2 away now. Runners move up 60 feet. They now have runners at second and third and 2 outs for Tori Kroboth, who has a couple of hits in this game. There's a called strike. Wine in the 0-1. High, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on Kroboth. Game could be hanging in the balance right now. State College has a 1-run lead. Base hit here would give them a 3-run lead. Wine in the 1-1. Fouled away, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 on Harpster. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. Up high, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Harpster. Bounces it in there, and it's now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I'm sorry, it's not Harpster, folks. It's Crowboth. I apologize. 3-2 on Crowboth. Swing and a miss. She struck her out. Strikeout number 6. But State College retakes the lead. They get 1 run on 3 hits. No errors. 2 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 6th. State College now leads DuBois Central Catholic 5-4. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 Sports.com, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of your daily local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
Back here at Heindel Field as we head to the bottom of the 6th, 5-4, State College back out in front. Bottom third of the lineup for DCC, Haynes, Davidson, and Berta against Addie Harpster. First pitch to Haynes, inside, ball 1. Haynes 0 for 1 in the game. 0 for 2 in the game. Struck out and grounded out. Now, momentary pause in the action. Harpster now ready with the 1-0. Bounces that one in there, and it's now 2-0. Throwing out a dry softball for Harpster. Two balls and no strikes here on Haynes, leading off the bottom of the 6th for DCC. Harpster ready with the 2-0. Little comebacker. Harpster will come off out of the circle and flip it over to the first baseman stall, and there's one away here in the DCC 6th inning. I'll bring up Lauren Davidson. She's 1 for 2, doubled and scored in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. She doubled over the third base bag in that 2nd inning. Scored the 3rd run for DCC. At the time, it gave the Cardinals a 3-0 lead. Swings and misses through that one. Strike 1. One in the 0-1. Down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 1 here on Davidson. 1 and a 1-1. That ball is popped up. Right fielder coming in and making the catch is the right fielder, Todd. There's 2 away here in the DCC 6th. That'll bring up Lexi Berta. That one a lot more routine for Todd than the one she made on Franklin in the second inning, which again could be the play of the game. Changed the entire complexion of this game. Winding the first pitch to Bird, outside ball one. And add to that Todd also had the 2-run single that gave State College a 4-3 lead at the time. She's having herself a heck of a game out there in right field for the Lady Lions. Winding the 1-0. Down low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes on Berta. Top of the order, and Franklin on deck. Check down at first, said she doesn't go, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 on Berta. Winding the 3-0. Ball 4, Berta draws the 2-out walk. 5th walk issued by Harpster, and now DCC has a runner at first with 2 outs for the leadoff hitter, Kaylee Franklin. Now the whole infield gets together around the circle. The whole outfield gets together around center field. Oh. Our Pizza Hut pause. Nobody out Pizza the Hut, pizzahut.com. First pitch to Franklin. Down low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Kaylee Franklin. Lexi Bird at first with 2 outs. She represents the tying run here in the 6th. Winding the 1-0. That ball is hit in the air. First baseman Stahl runs out of room, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one here on Franklin. Tripled in the first and scored, lined out in the second, grounded out in the 4th. Winding the 1-1 pitch. In there for a called strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. If Franklin would reach, Frank is on deck. Winding the 1-2. Outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 on Kaylee Franklin, the DCC sophomore. Winding a 2-2. Up high, Franklin ducks out of the way, and it's now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, which will give Berta a bit of a head start. Got to figure a ball in the gap here by Franklin would score Berta from first. Harpster ready with the payoff pitch. And there's a ball hit towards right. Right fielder Todd's got a beat on it. She'll make the catch. And the 6th inning for DCC comes to an end. For the Cardinals in the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, and a runner left on base. We head to the 7th here at Heindel Field in DuBois. State College continues to lead DCC 5-4. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network. D9 and 10 sports.com, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxborough.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9 and 10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com. Back here in DuBois, Pennsylvania, we head to the top of the seventh inning. State College leading DuBois Central Catholic 5-4. DCC 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth for their 4. State College 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth for their 5. They'll lead off with their catcher, Ava Babcock. She'll be followed by Gabby Todd and Brooke Weaver. First pitch to Babcock, fouled away, strike 1. Babcock 1 for 3 in the game. One in the 0-1, misses low, 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike here on Babcock. Fouled away down the third base side, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kolbatsky looks at her wristband, set with the 1-2 here to Babcock. Misses high and outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's up high, and it's now 3-2. Three and two on Babcock here, leading off the 7th inning for the Lady Lions of State College. Kolbatsky set with the 3-2. Misses, ball 4. Babcock draws the leadoff walk. Fifth consecutive inning, State College has had its leadoff batter on. We're going to get a courtesy runner here. It'll be Harper Campbell again. Campbell was thrown out stealing second on a play that allowed Kroboth to score the first run for State College back in the 4th. At the time, DCC was willing to give up that run for the out, but shoddy defense after that cost the Cardinals a second run. And now here's a wild pitch thrown by Kolbatsky, and now Campbell to second, representing a really important insurance run for the Lady Lions. One ball, no strikes on Todd. Todd lays down a bunt. Throw to first is in time. On the sacrifice, Campbell moves to third. So Brooke Weaver, and now the ball gets away from Kolbatsky, but Whipple will pick it up and hand it back to her pitcher. Weaver 0 for 3, reached on an error in the 4th, lined out in the 2nd, popped up in the 5th. That ball gets away from Frank, but not far enough for Campbell to try to score, and it's 1 ball and no strikes on Weaver. Oh, they're saying he called a strike there, so it's no balls and one strike. I don't think it's 0-2, we do believe. We think it's 0-2. Batsky looks in, takes a long time to get her sign. Ready now? 0-2. Ground ball. They're going to come home with it. The throw to the plate is in time to erase Campbell. Nice play there by Malia Mickiewicz. So Mickiewicz throws out Campbell, the courtesy runner, trying to score. Weaver goes to first on the fielder's choice, but there are now 2 outs and a runner at first for Meredith Mings. She'll foul the first one off, strike one. Circle that one, folks, if DCC comes back and wins this game. No balls and one strike on Mings. Mings doubled and scored last inning. She doubled leading off, has scored what is currently the go-ahead run for State College. Wine in the 0-1. In there for a called strike, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. DCC will have Frank, Rizzer, and Mickiewicz due up in the bottom of the 7th inning. Wind in the 0-2. Outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Folks, remember, Andy Close and I will have action from Benzinger Park in St. Mary's tomorrow afternoon. The Elk County tournament, St. Mary's versus Coudersport, Johnsonburg versus Elk. There's a fly ball to center. Rizzer's had some trouble with these, but she'll squeeze that one, and the inning comes to a close. For State College in the 7th, no runs, no hits. There was a walk and 1 left on base. We head to the 7th. DCC needs a run. They trail 5-4. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10sports.com. Powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of your daily local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Back here at Heindel Field in DuBois, we go to the 7th inning. DCC needs a run here in the bottom of the 7th if they want to keep this game going. It'll be Jesse Frank, Kaylee Rizzer, and Malia Mickiewicz against Addie Harpster, who's given up just 1 run since the 2nd inning. Frank walked and scored in the 1st, grounded into a fielder's choice in the 2nd, grounded out in the 5th. Swinging at the first pitch, soft contact foul. First base coach Ed Galvis picks it up, throws it back in. Harpster checks, winds and delivers. Ground ball, shortstop, Hawbaker up with it, throws it away. Hawbaker throws it away, and DCC has its leadoff hitter on. So Frank will reach on the air by the shortstop Hawbaker. DCC with the leadoff runner on for Kaylee Rizzer. First pitch to Rizzer is up high, ball 1. In case you're wondering, Rizzer has hit one homer this year. A home run would win the game. 1-0 pitch. There's a ball hit into right field. Todd's got a beat on it. She'll make the catch, and there's one away here in the DCC 7th. So Rizzer flies out harmlessly to the right fielder Todd. There's one away, and Malia Mickiewicz coming to the plate. Mickiewicz has hit a couple of balls out of the ballpark this year. Good speed at first and Frank. Harpster's pitch. There's a line drive. That's going to get to the gap and go to the wall. Frank is around third. They're going to send her. No, they're going to hold her. She's going to go through the stop sign. She's going to score. DCC has tied the game of the Mickiewicz double here in the 7th. George Heigl told Frank to stop. She ignored his stop sign. She scores. We're tied at 5. And now the winning run is at second in the person of Malia Mickiewicz. We're tied at 5. George Heigl had the stop sign up for Jessie Frank. She was having none of it. She went right through it. The relay was late to the plate, and this game is all tied up at 5 apiece. So now, does it get any better than this? The senior Rose Whipple on senior night steps to the plate with a chance to win the game for the Lady Cardinals. Just one out here in the 7th. Lydia Morgan's on deck. Whipple has an RBI walk, has popped up and grounded out. Harpster checks her armband. Ready with the wind in the first pitch. Down low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Whipple. Mickiewicz, the winning runs at second for DCC. Wind in the 1-0. On the outside corner, strike 1, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 here on Whipple. One pitch. That ball is skied high in the air. Shortstop Hawbaker underneath it. She'll make the catch, and there's 2 away here for DCC in the 7th. So now it's up to Lydia Morgan. Morgan has struck out twice and hit a sacrifice fly. The sacrifice fly was in the 1st. She struck out in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th. Harpster ready with the pitch. Down low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. And now George Heigl wants to have a word with Morgan. This Pizza Hut pause brought to you by Pizza Hut. Nobody out pizzas the Hut. PizzaHut.com. So 1 ball and no strikes on Morgan. Mickiewicz, the winning run at second. Next pitch to Morgan. Inside corner, strike 1, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. DCC has tied the game thanks to the air and the double by Mickiewicz.
There's a huge gap.
1 ball, 1 strike to Morgan. Inside, and it's 2-1. If Morgan would reach without Mickiewicz scoring, it would be up to Marina Haynes. 2-1 on Morgan. Got to figure a base hit to the outfield. They're going to try to score Mickiewicz here with 2 outs. Wind in the 2-1. In the dirt. It gets away. Mickiewicz late break to third, and she is safe. She's safe. She is able to sneak in behind the tag of the third baseman Wells, and now she's at third, representing the winning run, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike on Morgan. And now manager for State College Sean Hurricane wants to go out and have a discussion with the base umpire who he feels that she had tagged her out at third. The thought process there, I guess, see what could happen. They're going to leave it. I mean, they're not going to change the call. So she's going to be at third, and it's 3-1 on Morgan. And now a lot of pressure goes on to Ava Babcock because there's been some balls in the dirt lately from Harpster, and you've got to think that Mitscavige will be ready to pounce on anything that gets behind Babcock here. 3-1 to Morgan. Base hit will win the game for DCC. Wind into 3-1. Swing and a miss. Strike two, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 on Morgan. She's struck out her last 2 at bats. Who'll win the battle here? Harpster or Morgan? 3-2, winning runs at third. Wind into 3-2. Outside, ball 4. So Morgan draws the walk. She doesn't really represent anything. Right now, the only runner that matters is Mitscavige at third, and it's Marina Haynes at the plate. Haynes 0 for 3 with a strikeout and a couple of comebackers to the circle. First pitch to Haynes. Down low, ball 1. Actually, a little surprised that Morgan's holding it first there. Can't imagine that State College would even think about throwing through right now. 1-0 on Haynes. Harpster ready with the 1-0. Swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on Haynes. Looks down to her manager and third base coach, George Heigl, who gives her a signal. She checks her wristband. She's ready. Harpster ready. 1-1 pitch. She shows bunt and bunts through it, and it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2, and now that'll bring the first baseman Stahl up. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Haynes. Tie game, winning run 60 feet away for DCC. 2 outs in the 7th. Harpster ready with the 1-2. Swing and a miss. This game's headed to extra innings. In the 7th for DCC, 1 run on a hit and error. There was a walk. There was 2 hits, actually. 1 hit and a walk and 2 left on base. We head to extra innings here at Heindel Field in DuBois. We're all knotted up at 5 apiece between DuBois, Central Catholic, and State College. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com.
Howdy, rodeo fans. The 63rd Annual North Washington Rodeo is scheduled for August 15th through the 19th. Come see your favorite events, including bronc riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and more. Gates open at 6 p.m. with the show starting at 8. Come early and eat dinner in the social hall between 4 and 7. Nightly specials will be offered. Can't make dinner? No problem. There'll be lots of concession options available during the show. Grounds are located at 2225 Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, Pennsylvania. For more information, visit northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. The show goes on, rain or shine.
Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
Back here at Heindel Field, we're in extra innings now after DCC rallies to tie the game with a run in the 7th. For State College, it'll be 9-1-2. McTavish, Hawbaker, and Wells against Riley Kolbatsky. McTavish 0 for 3, reached on an error, grounded out to the second baseman Davidson and back to the pitcher Kolbatsky. Fouls the first pitch off, strike one. This first batter really important for Kobatsky and DCC right now, as State College has had the leadoff man on in 5 consecutive innings. That's low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one on McTavish. One and the 1-1. High, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and one on McTavish. Wine in the pitch. Inside, and it's now 3 and 1 on McTavish. Last thing Kobatsky wants to do is walk the number 9 hitter here. Kobatsky ready with the 3-1. Misses, ball 4. Leadoff walk to McTavish. Jess Hawbaker stepping to the plate now. Let's see, Hawbaker is got a pair of infield hits in each of her last 2 at-bats. Not sure what kind of bunter she is, but I would not be surprised to see her put one down, especially with her speed. Swinging away, takes ball 1. One and the 1-0. High, and it's now 2-0, and now that's 6 consecutive balls thrown by Kobatsky. One and a 2-0. That ball is popped up. Franklin coming in. She'll make the catch. And there's one away here in the State College 8th inning. That'll bring up Sydney Wells. Wells struck out in the first, grounded out to short in the third, walked and scored in the 5th, singled in the 6th. It was an RBI single in the 6th. First pitch to Wells, outside, ball 1. Remember, folks, we'll have action from St. Mary's tomorrow afternoon. 3 games in all from the Elk County tournament. That ball is lifted. Second baseman Davidson going back, and she makes the catch as the right fielder Haynes got a late break on it, and so Lauren Davidson has to make the catch, and there's 2 away here in the 8th inning. That'll bring up Addie Harpster. Harpster, infield single in the first, flew out the left in the third, grounded out the third in the 5th, grounded out the second in the 6th. 2 away here in the 8th inning of a 5-5 game. Harpster gets that pitch high and rips it foul into the bleachers out along the left field line, strike 1. So just got around a little too early on that floater that was probably not in the location that Kobatsky wanted it. Rain starting to come down again. Here's the 0-1. Outside corner, strike 2, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 on Harpster. Kobatsky ready. Wine in the 0-2. That ball is ripped into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Morgan's going to play it on a bounce. She's going to get it in and hold the runner at second. But the single to left by Harpster now puts the go-ahead run at second base for Tori Kroboth. Kroboth has struck out twice, doubled and scored in the 4th, reached on an infield single in the 5th. Go-ahead run is at second base for State College here in the 8th. Kobatsky ready, first pitch. On the outside part of the plate, strike one. Wind in the 0-1. Little high, 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike. Next pitch to Crowbaugh. Ground ball. Davidson charging. Davidson fielding. Davidson throwing. Davidson getting. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 5. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left on base for State College in the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th, all tied up here at 5 at Heindel Field in DuBois. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
It's that time of year where the weather tests our sanity. But better days lie shortly ahead. Nature will welcome us back to enjoy its sweet chorus, and sparkling waters will engulf us to rejuvenate our souls. There will be countless adventures and awesome opportunities, and most importantly, quality time with those we love. We welcome you to enjoy some of life's great experiences in Warren County, where we have been enjoying the great outdoors since 1819. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Simple, pure, real.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9 and 10 sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Back here at Heindel Field, we head to the bottom of the 8th inning of a tie game, 5 apiece. It'll be Davidson, Berta, and Franklin, 8, 9, and 1 for DCC, needing a run to win this game. Lauren Davidson leading off here against Addie Harpster. First pitch, grounder right back to Harpster. She'll go to first, and there's one away in the DCC 8th inning on 1 pitch. It'll bring up Alexi Berta. Berta 1 for 2 with a walk as an RBI single in the game. First pitch to Berta, fouled into the screen, strike 1. Just 6 hits in this game for DCC. No balls, 1 strike. Misses, ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. One and the 1-1. That misses, and it's 2-1 on Berta. Two balls and 1 strike. Fouls it away, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 on Birdie here with 1 out in the 8th of a tie game. Ground ball right to the second baseman, Ming. She'll throw over, and there's 2 away here in the DCC 8th inning.
Now up to bat is shortstop number 13, Callie Franklin.
Bring up Callie Franklin. Franklin is 1 for 4, tripled and scored in the first, lined out in the second. Again, I can't talk enough about that play that Todd made on that line drive to right field in the second inning. We probably aren't here still if she doesn't make that catch. Also grounded out in the 4th and flew out in the 6th. Ball 1 to Franklin. Franklin, the team leader with 4 home runs. One in the 1-0. On the outside corner, strike 1, 1-1. Harpster checks her wristband, ready now with the 1-1. Misses low, it's 2-1. Jesse Frank is on deck if Franklin reaches. Two balls and a strike. Addie Harpster ready. Delivers the 2-1. There's a line drive right at the right fielder, Todd, who reaches up and ends the inning. In the 8th for DCC, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the 9th inning, still tied here in DuBois at 5 apiece between State College and DuBois Central Catholic. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of your daily local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Back here in DuBois, we head to the 9th inning, all tied at 5 between State College and DuBois Central Catholic. If you just joined us, DCC 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the 5th, and tied the game on an RBI, 1-out double by Malia Mitscavich in the 7th. State College, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th inning. For the Lady Lions here in the 9th, it'll be 5, 6, and 7, Babcock, Todd, and Weaver against Riley Kolbatsky. Left-handed catcher Babcock walked in her last plate appearance. Ball 1 up high. Babcock 1 for 3 with a line out, has also struck out. That's outside, and it's now 2-0. 6 consecutive innings, State College has had the leadoff batter on, trying to make it 7 in a row here. Wind into 2-0. Swing and a miss. Swung through it was Babcock, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 pitch. Outside, and it's now 3-1 on Babcock. Betsky ready with the 3-1. Outside, ball 4. And again, State College has the leadoff batter on. We'll bring up Gabby Todd, and we're going to get a runner. I'm going to guess it's Harper Campbell. It is Harper Campbell again coming in to courtesy run for Babcock. Todd laid down a sacrifice bunt when we had this exact situation in the 7th. Would expect the same here. Shows bunt, lays it down. It's a foul ball. That's a good thing it was a foul ball because Miscavige threw it away at first. A lot of action out there for a foul ball, strike 1. Wide in the 0-1. Showing bunt again. Lays it down. This time it's in fair territory. Miscavige's throw gets past Davidson at first, and that's going to put runners at second and third. And nobody out here in the 9th inning as the DCC defense bites it again. So second and third and nobody out for Brooke Weaver. So since the 4th inning, the DCC defense has been pretty good, but that time it comes back and hurts them as that ball is popped up. Whipple in foul territory is going to make the kid. No, she drops it. That's going to be another error on DCC as Whipple is given second life here to Brooke Weaver. Another error on DCC. That is now 6 on the Lady Cardinals. So the missed foul catch error, Weaver takes ball 1. That would have held the runners too. And so DCC, the fact that they're in a game in which they've committed 6 errors and a number of other miscues is a small miracle into itself. One is popped up in front of the plate. There's nobody covering third, and it's going to be an infield single, and the bases are loaded. I don't know what Davidson was doing there. She didn't cover second. It's going to be a base hit for Weaver, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. For the senior Meredith Mings. And again, a play that should have resulted in an out doesn't for DCC. Bases loaded, nobody out. First pitch outside, ball 1. DCC's infield is in here with the go-ahead run for State College at third and nobody out in the 9th. One in the 1-0 to Mings. Misses outside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
I think the exact same thing.
2 balls, no strikes. Bases loaded, nobody out for State College. Wind in the pitch. Misses, and it's now 3-0, and there's no place to put Mings. 3-0 on Mings. Bases loaded, nobody out. Kolbatsky ready with the 3-0. In there for a called strike, it's 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike on Mings. Winding the 3-1. In there for a called strike. It's now 3-2. 3-2 on Mings. McTavish on deck. Kobatsky ready with the 3-2. That ball is popped up. Left fielder Morgan, center fielder Rizzer. Morgan's got it. They're going to try to send the runner. She's going to come in. She's going to score on the sacrifice fly. So on the sacrifice fly by Mings, State College retakes the lead here in the 9th, 6-5. That run will go in the books as unearned. Not that it matters, but it's everything at this point in this inning would be unearned. So now George Heigl asks for time. Not sure what that was all about. As Gabby McTavish steps to the plate. State College looking for some insurance now that they've got the lead back at 6-5. Called strike on the outside corner. DCC is twice late in this game rallied from 1-run deficits with the part of the order that's coming up for them in the bottom of this 9th inning. It's fouled away, strike 2. As it'll be 2, 3, and 4, Frank Rizzer and Mickiewicz for the Lady Cardinals. Looking to keep it at a 1-run game now is the freshman Riley Kobatsky. Wind in the 0-2. Fouled away, remains balls and 2 strikes. That's a ground ball. Third baseman Mickiewicz going to chuck on the base for 1, throw across, not in time, and that will leave runners at first and second now with 2 outs for the leadoff hitter, Jess Hawbaker. Hawbaker's reached on an error, struck out, singled and scored, singled and popped up. Both of her singles, infield singles. There's a fly ball to right. Right fielder Haynes along the line, and it's out of play. She ran out of room over there, and it's strike 1 to Hawbaker. As this game closes in on the 3-hour mark. Winding the pitch to Hawbaker. Up high, ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike here on Hawbaker. Hawbaker drives it deep left field. Going back on it is Morgan. That ball is down. It's into the corner. That's going to score 2. State College is going to take an 8-5 lead on the 2-run double to left by Hawbaker here in the 9th inning. So Hawbaker comes through with the insurance for the Lady Lions, the 2-run double to left. And it's 8-5 Lady Lions. Brings up Harpster, who will try to give herself some more cushion here. Ball 1. One in the 1-0. Up high, 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 on Sydney Wells. In there for a called strike. I said it was Harpster. I was ahead of myself there. It's actually Sydney Wells at the plate. There's a ground ball base hit. That's going to score another one, and it's going to be 9-5 in favor of State College as the Lady Lions have broken things open here in the 9th inning.
Now batting, pitcher, number 14, Addie Harpster.
Bring up Harpster now. She is the 8th batter to bat in this inning for the Lady Lions. And George Heigl is going to come out here, and I think we may get a pitching change possibly. Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't look like it. So this Pizza Hut pause. Nobody out. Pizza the Hut. PizzaHut.com. Pizza Hut and Du Bois. Brookville. Phillipsburg, Osceola. State College, Bellefonte, Lock Haven, Grove City, Clearfield. All along the I-80 corridor, Pizza Hut. Nobody out. Pizza the Hut. PizzaHut.com. So as we continue this Pizza Hut pause, as Harpster steps to the plate. Way back when DCC led this game 3-0, they trailed 4-3, tied it at 4, trailed 5-4, tied it at 5, but they had the winning run at second with 1 out, and Malia Mickiewicz couldn't get her home. This ball is cranked to left, right field. That's going to go up and against the wall. That's going to probably score another one. It does, and it is now 10-5 in favor of State College. Double to right by Harpster, and it's 10-5. So now we're going to get a runner for Harpster. Maybe no. I guess we're not getting a runner for Harpster. As Kroboth steps to the plate. So 5 runs here in the top of the 9th for State College has given the Lady Lions a 10-5 lead. Ball's fouled away. And remember, folks, all 5 of these runs are unearned runs. The throwing error by Mickiewicz, followed by the drop foul pop error by Whipple, has played a huge role in this 5-run inning. There's a ground ball to Whipple. She has trouble with it, but she picks it up and steps on the bag, and the inning comes to an end. But not before 5 runs cross the plate for State College. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. A lot of work left for Du Bois Central Catholic as they now trail 10-5. You're watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 Sports.com. Powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxborough.
Howdy, rodeo fans. The 63rd Annual North Washington Rodeo is scheduled for August 15th through the 19th. Come see your favorite events, including bronc riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and more. Gates open at 6 p.m. with the show starting at 8. Come early and eat dinner in the social hall between 4 and 7. Nightly specials will be offered. Can't make dinner? No problem. There'll be lots of concession options available during the show. Grounds are located at 2225 Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, Pennsylvania. For more information, visit northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. The show goes on, rain or shine. Swift Kennedy and Company in Du Bois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of Your Daily Local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Back here in Du Bois, where the Lady Cardinals now have their work cut out for them as they trail 10-5 as we head to the bottom of inning number 9. It'll be Frank, Rizzer, and Mickiewicz against Addie Harpster. Frank reached on an error in the 7th, scored the tying run on the one-out Mickiewicz double, but Mickiewicz was stranded there when Whipple popped up and Haynes struck out. 1-0 here on Frank. Now it's 2-0 on Frank. Winding a 2-0. High strike called there, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 here on Jesse Frank. Winding the pitch. In there for a called strike, and it's now 2-2. 2-2 on Frank, leading off here in the DCC 9th inning. DCC needs base runners now. Winding a 2-2. Goes out and fouls it away. Remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, folks, we'll have on the air tomorrow about 1:20 or so from Benzinger Park in St. Mary's. St. Mary's versus Coudersport, Johnsonburg versus Elk County Catholic. Andy Close and I will bring you those, plus the championship game at approximately 3:30 tomorrow night. Winding the 2-2. There's a line drive, base hit up the middle for Frank. So Frank does her job, gets on, leading off here in the 9th for DCC. That'll bring up Kaylee Rizzer. Also, as we look ahead at this week's schedule, don't forget Andy and I will be here in DuBois on Saturday for the City Classics baseball game from Showers Field at 3 o'clock. Softball game here from Heindel at 7 as DCC and DuBois square off in the annual City Classic. First pitch to Rizzer, fouled into the screen, strike 1. One in the 0-1. Shows bunt, lays it down. It's a foul ball, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2 now on Rizzer. There's a couple of hits and 4 at bats. Scored a run back in the 5th. Addie Harpster ready with the 0-2. There's a ball. It's bobbled by the second baseman, Mings. Everybody's safe. So the error on Mings puts runners at first and second. Mings, I think, was thinking about going to second. Didn't corral the softball. And now there's runners at first and second and nobody out for Malia Mickiewicz. Mickiewicz tied the game with a double back in the 7th. Foul play, strike 1. But Mickiewicz was also at second with just 1 out, and DCC couldn't find a way to bring her home. State College then scored 5 times in the top of this 9th inning, and they lead 10-5. Harpster ready with the 0-1 to Mickiewicz. Outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Whipple on deck. Then it would be Morgan. Winding to 1-1. Called strike inside corner, I guess, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 on Mickiewicz. Wind in the 1-2. Fouled away. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the sophomore Harpster ready now again on the 1-2. That ball is lifted out into left field, going after it and making a great running catch in foul territory is the third baseman Wells. And there's one away here in the DCC 9th. That'll bring up Rose Whipple. So great catch in foul territory there by Wells out of the screen. And there's one away here in the DCC 9th, and it's up to Rose Whipple. First pitch to Harpster. Called strike 1. Harpster checks her wristband. Sets with the 0-1. Down low. Nice block there by Babcock, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1 on Whipple. Morgan on deck. And then it would be Haynes in the hole. 1-1 pitch. Called strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Whipple. One and 2 on Whipple. Harpster checks her wristband, sets again with the 1-2. That's low and outside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2 here on Rose Whipple with 1 out, 2 on for DCC. They need 5 to keep the game alive. Winding the 2-2. Ground ball, base hit up the middle. Coming around to score is going to be Frank, and it is now a 10-6 game. So Whipple with the RBI single, her second RBI of the game, and now Lydia Morgan at the plate. Morgan 0 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice fly. She struck out twice. Called strike 1. So DCC not going down without a fight here. Harpster checks her wristband, steps on the rubber, ready with the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Morgan chased one outside. No balls and 2 strikes. Haynes on deck. Wind in the 0-2. Missed outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Morgan. Wind in the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and now DCC is down to its final out. As Marina Haynes, the last hope here for the Lady Cardinals and their 14-game regular season win streak. Harpster ready with the pitch. Ground ball, foul ball, strike 1. State College, 5 runs in the top of this 9th inning. DCC has gotten one back in the bottom, but they still trail 10-6. Harpster set. Wine in the 0-1. Outside 1-1. Game has now officially reached 3 hours, although that is with a 7-minute rain delay, which seems like it was about 3 days ago. 1-1 here on Haynes. Wine in the 1-1. Ground ball, foul ball, and now DCC down to its final strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Haynes. Whipples at first. Rizzers at second. Tying run in Lauren Davidson in the on-deck circle. So Haynes needs to find a way to reach here. Harpster checks her wristband, readies. Winds and delivers the 1-2. Popped up, catcher Babcock in foul territory, makes the catch, and that'll do it. Final score here from Heindel Field in DuBois. It is State College 10, DuBois Central Catholic 6. We'll be back after these messages. You've been watching high school softball on the YDL Sports Network, D9 and 10 sports.com.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of your daily local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Back here as we'll wrap this one up. State College with a 5-run top of the 9th inning defeats DuBois Central Catholic 10-6. Time to name our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. Our player of the game will go to State College's Gabby Todd. Todd made that great catch to end the game, to end the second, or not end the second inning, but in the second inning, that probably took away 2 runs from DCC and really turned out to be a big defensive play in this game. She also had a couple of RBIs, a 2-run single in the 5th inning that gave State College their first lead of the game. So congratulations to Gabby Todd on being named our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. Once again, I will be back on the air along with Andy Close tomorrow afternoon, starting at about 1:20 in Benzinger Park in St. Mary's, the Elk County tournament, St. Mary's versus Coudersport and Johnsonburg versus Elk County Catholic. The games will go on simultaneously in the first round, and then we'll have the championship game from Benzinger at approximately 3:30. Then we'll be back here in DuBois on Saturday for the City Classic, 3 o'clock, the baseball game at Showers Field, and 7 o'clock, the softball game right here at Heindel Field as DuBois and DuBois Central Catholic meet up in those ones. Until tomorrow afternoon, this is Chris Rossetti saying good night. Final score, State College 10, DuBois Central Catholic 6.